Do you want to learn more about the real Belize and listen to locals and expat stories that are actually living here in Belize? Well, you're in the right place right now. You're listening to Belize Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Macarena Rose. Happy day to you, everybody, and welcome to Belize Talk Radio. And what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about everything to do with Belize. And today we're in San Ignacio, which is one of my favorite towns in, obviously, Belize. And why are we here? Well, we're here to see Pedro Cruz. And Pedro Cruz is the gentleman that is standing here with me today that is going to explain to you why we are here in front of the police station. We haven't done anything wrong, right?
I don't reckon we have.
We are actually,
I don't reckon we have.
We are actually here because he is the artist extraordinaire that has painted this gorgeous mural in front of the San Ignacio Town Police Station, which is basically the center of our town. This is our heartthrob right here. You will see a lot of cars going past us, and the cars that are going past us are going across the Hawksworth Bridge, and they're going to Santa Elena and beyond. So, Pedro, you have done an amazing, amazing job with this mural. Does it give you honor? How do you feel?
I feel pretty good now that I've done the mural because it was something I've always wanted to do for San Ignacio Town. I had painted the wall about 22 years ago, and 22 years after I am asked to do a mural once again. So it gives me great pleasure, great pride. As an artist and a Belizean and a citizen of this town, I'm overwhelmed by the fact that I painted the wall once again.
I'm overwhelmed because I've watched your arts over the years. I know I even brought some paints in for you. I've seen what you've done all over town, and in Calpech you painted the beautiful mural that I love the story behind that you shared with us. If you were listening, listeners, he shared the history behind Calpech ruins. And for you to paint this for the San Ignacio town, it makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense that you were the one chosen.
Well, I reckon I'm one of, I would say, the best not the best artist in the area maybe, but a son of the soil. And I have a lot of history of Belize on this specific area of San Ignacio, and I believe I would have been the fittingest person to do the mural once again.
Well, I agree, and you know what? You all can tune into MacarenaRose.com and be able to see these pictures if you're not watching the video of it, because it's worth it. You will be impressed because every section is a different part of the history of Belize. And so did you come up with a draft or an idea of how to do this, or how did it come about?
The municipal body or the mayor had asked me to do a mural, and he said, use your discretion, work on it as you feel free. I would have dealt mostly fully with the history, but I changed that subject a bit, and I went more with the events of this town and things that made this town very popular, and also I focused a lot on the fauna and flora of Belize and the area.
Well, it makes sense because when you start at the very end, by the welcome sign, and you come all the way across the whole front of the building, every bit of it means something to me as far as Belize, and I don't even know the history behind it. So can you let us in on some of this, because you even have animals in here?
Oh yeah, the reason for having animals is because Belize is a country that we take care of our wildlife. We are leading in the area in wildlife preservation, and we have one of the pristine kept rainforests in this part of the world also. So I just think it's fitting to show the rest of the world what we have and what we can cherish and how we protect our wildlife. And that was one of the areas why I did that type of artwork.
Okay, so let us into the secret. Did you do a draft of this ahead of time?
In this, no draft whatsoever. I drafted it in my mind and I worked along, and it's a pretty good thrilling to know that when I was painting, people would ask, what is coming next? I just left it to thrill them, and I had it in my mind, but there is no specific draft about this type of artwork here, or this one.
And your daughter helped you, didn't she?
Yeah, my daughter, she helped me a couple of weeks. Practically 3 weeks she worked along with me, and I believe the days she worked, she did pretty good. I let her fill base colors, work along with me. I gave her a lot of art techniques, so she's getting pretty good. I want her to know that if I'm not around for another 22 years, she can always say, I assisted my dad with this artwork.
And be able to drive by and see it, for
Yes.
certain, for sure.
Yes.
The thing is that because she gets to work alongside of you and drive through town and see this, this is like a tribute to San Ignacio. It's a tribute to Belize.
Yeah.
it's a tribute to Belize in my mind, that what you have done. And the animals that you chose, to me, are, oh, we're gonna have a lot of noise right now. It's one of our Coca-Cola trucks going by. You know what, we chose the interesting time to do this. It is actually 5 o'clock, so everyone's getting off of work right now. And so there's a lot of traffic in a place that really doesn't have traffic.
Yeah, 5 o'clock it should have, but today is a very interesting day. It's the eve of independence, which makes it pretty interesting. So a load of traffic getting ready to celebrate our Independence Day tomorrow.
And it's a big thing. We saw the children today,
yep.
And it's 32 years.
32 years of independence we're celebrating as a free nation.
And I know you're so young that you obviously, know a little bit of more of the history than most people, but I know that you're so young you don't remember that way back then, do you?
Don't remember what the independence.
The independence?
I do remember. It was a very impressive 1981 when we got it, and I vividly remember the event. Still sends what you call goosebumps to recall the day we lowered the Union Jack and we get rose to the Belizean flag, and we sang. The last time we played in the what you call the God Save the Queen, and then we played the national anthem of Belize, or Land of the Free.
Well, you know what? I was born in the United States, and I have been in Belize. I've been blessed to be part of Belize for 10 years now. And when I hear the national anthem, it absolutely gives me goosebumps. So I can only imagine for you what that must be like.
Oh yes, being a citizen fills us with such pride, such dignity, such decency, such integrity. Know that we have acquired independence 32 years ago. It still thrills today to know that we are commemorating that event annually, and we want to see where we're going as a nation. It's a very thrilling feeling to know that we reached that point already in our life as a country and nation.
Well, quite frankly, I think it's phenomenal to see how much people have patriotism here. You know, like the children were waving their flags today, and then tomorrow's parade. Everybody comes together as, whether they're red party, blue party, it doesn't matter. They all come together when it's Independence Day and be very patriotic.
Yes,
you feel it.
We are a small nation. I think pride is one of the things Belize has a lot, and the best asset to our country has its people. And what happens that every year, like this year's theme is pretty interesting. Belize in you, Belize in me, land of the free. It puts us in a breed apart in Central and South America, and I believe it's pretty interesting. That's why our people are so united in that sense when it comes to national dignity and pride.
I think a Belizean pride is a beautiful thing to watch, and I really like that the children are being brought up with that passion and that pride. So I wanted to go back to the mural,
yes,
because this mural I've watched the video of it, I got to see parts of it being done, but to see it completed is amazing. We're going to take a short break and we're going to learn more about this mural that was done. I'm your host, Macarena Rose, on Belize Talk Radio. You're listening to the Overseas Radio Network.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.